Hey guys, STUDmuffin here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for dropping by. We appreciate you being here. If you're subscribed, go vote on the polls. Just a reminder, go vote on the polls, make your voice known. There's two polls mainly that I really want you guys to vote on. The one on which game series you would like to see me play as next. There's 4 options. Also, which campaign you'd like to see me play as next after I finish the Julii and the Seleucid campaigns. So yeah, go vote on those. Let's get right into it, guys. Let's see. We don't have anything we can do on the rest of this turn, but it looks like the Celts are about to go ahead and besiege, or they have already besieged Samarobriva, but I don't think I'm going to make it until next turn. So if they end up finishing the siege or attacking this turn, yeah, I'm not going to be able to defend, so I'll have to take the settlement back. But that's okay. We'll take it back. Marriage celebrations. Rodolph got married. Where's Rodolph? Right here. Yep, got married to another 12-year-old. Wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and besiege this place again.
Destroy. Besieging settlement.
Boom, boom, boom. 3 saps, just in case, which I never got to repair the wall. And maybe he damaged the wall, I can't remember. But we're going to do the saps. What do they even have? Can't get a good look based on what I see so far. I'm going to have a diplomat here, just for the purpose of bribing any small armies that try to besiege me. Okay, let's go ahead and take my faction leader out with 4 units of paladins and 3 units of archers. This is going to make up the bulk. Actually, we need to do that as well as the Frankish spear levy. So let's go ahead and grab 4 of the spears. What will that leave me with? That should leave me with plenty enough spaces. So -3, that'll leave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. That'll leave me with 8 open spaces. That'll be 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Francisca Heerband that I can fill up the rest of this army with. What about an assassin? Looks like the Vandals turned back around, so we're not going to have to deal with them, thank goodness. Let's get... Can I take this? I cannot take this army out. There's no way I can do that this turn. Bring the tax rate down. Should I go ahead and hire hunters from here? And then more paladins from here. More paladins from here. That'll be 1, 2, 3 paladins. I'll need 1 more for another army. I need to bring these guys back to my capital. And I need to wipe out those rebels as soon as possible. But I'll at least have another full army here heading down into Rome. And then, of course, I'll have my army here by Tancred to head south as well toward Rome. I need to get another army heading up to take all of Ireland and England, Scotland, whatever. And then, of course, another army heading back up to take over the Saxons. So hopefully we can get all that going this turn. I need to get this guy an army as well. Is he really doing much here? Bureaucrat. What am I looking like on everything here? Okay, 45. So I've got the Christian conversion finished. It's all good. Here we go. Turn is ending. Okay, time to show these Celts. They should never mess with us again, brother. They got 4 generals here that are all going to die in this one battle. Okay, fair enough. Looks like their army's pretty weak. They have 1 unit of Gallo-asses, but that's the thing that I don't like about the Gallo-asses is in Darthmod. They changed their whole design. The Gallo-asses, I don't know if you've ever played Barbarian Invasion before, but the previous Gallo-asses from Barbarian Invasion were 2-handed swordsmen with like a green like cape and a green, I don't know what you'd call it, a tunic. But I really like their design, but I don't like them as much in Darthmod. There's some units I like better, some I don't. Perfect. Okay, so I'm glad I decided to put another little stray unit over here to hit the sap point here, just so that I'm able to wipe out all these guys. All these guys that are from like this section to this section are all going to crumble down and die if they stay there, and most likely they will, just because AI does not tend to make smart decisions. They'll literally leave them there. Okay, so these are the Darthmod version of the Celtic Gallo-asses, or Gallo-asses. I don't know how else you would say their name, but they are I don't know. I'm not real big on the Darthmod version of the Celtic Galloasses because they have a shield, which is kind of good, so they're a little bit more defensive against missile. But their whole aesthetic, like their design, I'm not big on their design. The whole like dress that they're wearing or I don't know, tunic. I don't know what you'd say. But the original, they had green tunics, green capes. They had a metal helmet and a big two-handed sword, which I thought was sick. Kind of like William Wallace from Age of Empires, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm not super big on these guys, but to each their own. Yep, look at all those dead bodies from that sap. That was insane. It literally wiped out. So the typical is like 240 per unit, and these guys were at 240. Now they're down to 168 just from that one sap point, knocking them all off the wall, falling to their deaths. So there's Sarmatian archers. The spearmen are coming down. Okay, they're coming out of the city. All right, well, I'll take advantage of that. Go ahead and charge them then. This will cause them to trigger and run out of the city. If I can wipe out these Sarmatian archers pretty quick, which these are just mercenaries, but I'm just being honest, like, the Sarmatian archer line, sick. Like, I know these are just the mercenaries, but I love these guys. These guys are really cool. Which, you know, playing as Sarmatia, or the Roxolani, you can get these guys in like a more native recruitment of them. Instead of the mercenary units, you can recruit the actual Roxolani version or the Sarmatian version of the horse archers, which are really good. I don't think the mercenary Sarmatian horse archers have the access to Cantabrian Circle, or however you say it, which is where they run around in circles and shoot their bows. Kind of like, reminds me a lot of Mountain Blade, how the Khuzait or Khuzait Khanate or whatever, how their archer horsemen would do. I don't think I've lost one single unit in this Warlord. Triple speed. Okay, let's run our Francisca up. We were able to wipe the rest of those archers. That's good. Take that. Get another unit of Francisca. I'm going to bring the sword here band up as well. Maybe I'll hold them off on that section. Let's run them in. And then these sword here band, I'm just going to put them up on the walls, to be honest. Okay, get my Francisca here band up. And then I'm going to run them up here. Let's run these guys up. Maybe I'll use them, maybe I won't. Let's use one unit to run up the walls. We use the other unit to run forward. Halt. You get any axe throws in there? Come on. Douche, 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 douche. Oh. Douche, 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 douche. Oh, that is so satisfying. These guys are getting pummeled.
Our warriors have taken the walls. Now the streets will.
Let's just attack them. And just like that. Now we have those towers. So let's run up the wall there. Since these guys have already used their axes, I'm not concerned with sending them up the tower to wipe out those Pictish spearmen on the walls. But now the axemen I have that still have their missiles, I'm going to preserve for the ground battle. There's all these Pictish spearmen. I think I'm going to let them... I think I'm going to let that one unit of axe here band just handle them alone, to be honest. Alright, this tower's mine. Alright, I'm going to send these units of Francisca toward this flank here. Let's set them up just like so. Just like that. Let's just run across and attack them. Just to capture the walls. I like that idea. Or are they coming down? Well, at least move them in here. See where they're going. They're coming across. What about these guys? What are they doing? Are these Pictus Spearmen holding their own? Against these Axemen? How? I don't know how. You guys run over. You guys run up. Now run over. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now attack. Jeez. Are you kidding me? All these Francisca are getting wiped out from the freaking towers. That is insane. And now they're routing. Well, so much for Francisca. I'm going to have to start relying all on the heavy sword here band to do all the fighting on the walls. I've got a plan. Got a plan, guys. Run up the Francisca here. Run my general up here. Finally was able to kill these guys. Finish them off with a good axe throw. Douche, 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 douche. There we go. Nice. Now, charge up the walls. You guys charge up the walls here. Work. Okay, come back out. Those axes are just wiping them out. Hold up. I don't want to throw my axes at 5 horsemen and spend my whole entire stash on them. Let's go up like this. Bring my cav general up. Turn them off fire at will. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. Why are you going that way? Oh my gosh, pathfinding is killing me, brother. That's the warlord. Go. Do what I say, please. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's literally like 3 warlords over there. Let's just charge these guys. Do a good axe throw. Let's get these throws right in their backs. Douche, 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 douche. There we go. Charge in. That's what I'm talking about. His warlords are all 3 over there. And then there's a unit of mercenary veterani. Those guys I'm worried about. Okay. Go this direction. Actually attack them. What am I doing? Kerns are down the walls. Run, 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 run. Don't let these guys into the town square. For good reason. War cry. Charge. Now you guys line up here. Now that I was able to get a good war cry off. And then get my cav to charge in. Hopefully I can push these guys out of the city or out of the town square and cause them to rout. Steady, shaken. Down to 96, still shaken. Okay, shaken. Down to 79. Still shaking. Shaking, wavering. Down to 60. Wavering still. Come on, break, break, break. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There they go. They broke. Nice. Charge them. Everything's coming up this direction. Spears in like so. Perfect. Okay, then I want to get my friend Shishka right here. And my general right here. This will be perfect. Turn around and face him. It's just his general. These guys are going to get destroyed. Utterly destroyed. Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get my general up a little bit to give a little bit of a bonus there. Okay. Nice. Look at all this. They got 3 of his warlords all charging in against my spears. One of them already routing. Nice. Warlord. So there's 4 warlords? Yeah, there was 4 warlords. Fair enough. Nice. Get wrecked, dude. Let's get these guys out of shield wall. There we go. Another one down. There they go. There they go. Utterly destroyed. Okay, now I'm going to line them up like so. There's shield wall. Let's do this fast. Quick, quick, quick. Just like so. Now if I can get my men in position, they should be able to have range to just throw all their spears at the Kerns. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hurry. Alright, every one of these guys has full ammunition. Here are the Kerns. Look at all the Cav bodyguard. That's 4 warlords wiped. Wouldn't surprise me if that was their whole entire family tree, which I know it's not, but these Kerns I've seen have pretty good missile damage. This is the Darthmod version of the Kerns. I think they got a little bit of a reskin. Pretty interesting, but I don't know. Don't know how I feel about it. Can't say that they're better or worse, in my opinion. There goes all the jabs. Got 4 units of spears right here, just unloading. We're already down to 114. Douche, 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 douche. Down to 82. Douche, 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 douche. As they get closer, it's just going to mean more. I'm literally still at 80, 70, 60% capacity on all my ammunition. Yeah, these guys are getting wrecked. Down to 55. Douche, 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 douche. Oh, yeah. These guys are getting wrecked. Here goes the last little bit. Douche, 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 douche. One more volley. There goes. Douche, 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 douche. Oh, beautiful. One little single ear guy. Oh, gosh. Let's go. Destroyed that Celtic army. Lost a lot of my Francisca here band. Unfortunately, they do end up taking a lot of missile damage, I found out. That sucks. Nice. Okay, we're going to occupy. Or should we destroy? Nah, I'm going to occupy. I'm already at low population as is. I don't want to just make it worse. Let's repair. Let's hold off on repairs and retrain. Just like that. Beautiful. Of course, hire one more unit of levy. Train the trader. Very high tax rate. Now I'll be able to move back out of that city on the next turn. Okay, let's go ahead and try to attack these Roman armies here. There is the Comitatense's first cohort. Oh my goodness. Are there two of them? Dude, there's two of them. This unit and that unit. There's two of them, dude. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. This could be bad. But I do have 4 units of paladins and my faction leader with a pretty decent sized bodyguard. So if I get my archers in from behind, get some good volleys, I should be able to... Which these guys are separated into 2 different armies. So hopefully I can take them on one by one and divide and conquer, if you know what I mean. Paladin death ball, baby. The paladin death ball. Look at that. Holy cow, dude. Oh, this is my paladin death ball. I don't think anybody is going to survive this. This is insane. Yes, sir. Let us march them up the hill, like so. Do this. Bring all of our cav on the left flank there. What does he got? Commit a tenseis, commit a tenseis. There we go. We'll trigger them to come down the slope. Ho, 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 ho. Yes, sir. Look at all those volleys of Pila. We'll just pepper them to death. Oh, yeah. There we go. Wipe all of them out. Okay, now let's charge. Let's hold alt and charge straight up. And then run up here. Of course, run my cav up. They are routed. Charge so they don't throw their Pila. Guess they're already going to throw their Pila somewhat. Jeez. Charge straight up. Charge over the slope. Got a little bit of slope here. These guys look sick. These are the Roman first cohort Meditenses. These guys are pretty sick. And it go. They broken? Oh, that slope charge really did them in there. That's insane. We lucked out there. Turn these guys off of fire at will. I don't want any more friendly fire if I can help it. Nice. All right, well. Let's go ahead and set our men up. Well, are they fleeing here? They are. They're fleeing here as well. They didn't want nothing. They didn't want nothing. They out. They out. Don't blame them. Well, guys, you've seen it. They routed. Hopefully it doesn't cause me to lose this battle. Close defeat? Are you serious?
Are the edges of a single sword.
That is so stupid. Oh my goodness. That is so stupid.
Run! No more moves, Lord.
That is so stupid. That's crazy. So you guys seen that? I literally just like completely wiped out that first army. And then all 3 of these guys from the reinforcement army ran. But for some reason, when you're in those battles in Barbarian Invasion where you're in like thick forest, sometimes one little single man can get stuck on a tree. And because it was from the routed army that literally left, surrendered, routed, even though one guy got stuck on that tree, that's all it took for it to count as me losing that battle, is because not all of this whole army retreated because one guy got stuck on a tree. That is so dumb because these guys were literally running from the battle. It would have gave me the victory on that. But because one guy got stuck on a stupid tree, that is crazy, ain't it? Oh well. What can you do? Okay, let's end the turn there. Are you serious? This little unit of Romans are coming over. I hate when those little tiny armies try to come over and like besiege your cities. Ugh, it's dumb. All right, repair. What do we want to do here? Do we want to do farms or market? Farms would give me an additional 140. Market would give me about 100. Let's do a market. Hire another unit of levy. That should be plenty for the city. Let's move out with our army. bring the tax rate down 1.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do communal farming there. Let's send
Yes.
these paladins into the town. Hire another unit of paladin and retrain these. You can only retrain one of them. Oh, wow. Jeez. Might be able to handle that. This is the little small army, isn't it?
Kill them. We shall rule.
Okay, fair enough. Do we have a spy? We do. Let's send him into the city.
General.
Then we attack Augusta Vindilicorum. We got the gates broke open. Let's go. We'll march straight in. There we go. That's satisfying.
Units.
All these units have missiles. So let's run them up. See if we can get some good missile axes and jabs all in here at once. The trifecta. Oh yeah, everything's going to be in range. This is going to be insane. Okay. So this is going to be a combination between all of my men throwing axes, jabs, and arrows. That's 1 volley. 2 volleys. Holy cow, dude. Yo, that's insane. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. That's a combination of spear or levy spears throwing their jabs, the axe here band throwing their axes, and the archers shooting their missiles as well. But a lot of my axe here band were out of range. Some of these guys were out of range. That would have been insane. Okay. War cry. Attack. War cry. Attack. Almost missed this unit of Limitania coming at me like that. But now we're going to turn around. We're going to punish them. Yep. They're getting wrecked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we got a good little setup going on up here. Once they all get in position. Oh, yeah. Let's reline them up. They're a little bit janky right now. We'll do something like that. Just to get them a little more set up perfectly. Okay, and then we'll get these axe here band up in the front. Come on, just like that. Small unit of archers up as well. Run up. Go. Bring my general up here. All 4 of the paladins can charge here. Chase those guys down. And then come in the back way. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. What do we got here? What is left? Archer, Limitania, committed Tensei. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfectly in range. That one unit doesn't have any more axes. I'll bring these guys out just like so. They've got plenty of axes. What about all of these guys? Oh, that ain't gonna work. Okay. So I've only got 2 units of levy spears that have ammunition left. What about these axe here band? All 3 of these guys are full of range. So will that trigger them? No, they're not going to move. Then charge with them. Now you guys, I'm going to bring you all forward. Like so. Well, never mind. You're going to attack. Fair enough. And run you guys up. And you run up like so. Cav run in. You guys get out of the way. Yep. Charge. Get in there. Get out of there. What are you doing? Get out of there. Okay. Line up like so. Come on. No. What are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of there. About time. Good grief, dude. All right. Whoa. Didn't mean to select them guys. What are you guys doing, brother? Oh my gosh, this is such a struggle, dude. What are you doing? Brother!
Enemy warlord lies dead. Now he can drink with his ancestors
All right.
and watch his warriors flee.
Throw the axes. That's all I wanted. That's all I ever have wanted, dude, since the beginning. Since the very beginning. There we go. That's what I was going for. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There we go.
Victory is
Dead.
the reward of warriors. Great victories
Okay,
like
well,
this.
you see it, folks. I have occupied the settlement. I don't really want to exterminate them, though. I could. Nah. I could do farms. But that wouldn't give me enough money to retrain. Can I retrain now? Perfect. I can retrain next turn. Over here. That's fine. No tax rate. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Are the Romans going to attack? They have not attacked me yet. Okay, what's the faction announcements? Bua. Okay, that's a daughter to Ginobod. And then, of course, Prisca died. Poor Prisca. Okay, nice. Let's move Tancred down. We'll take care of the rebels. And we'll be heading straight for Bertigala. Nice. Then we have our general's army here. We can finally retrain. Retrain all of them. And then, of course, we're going to train up a couple units of levies. Just for the garrison. Let's go ahead and hire another unit of Francisca. That'll be 4 paladins. That will be... we have 2 more turns here. 1 more turn here. And then I'll be able to recruit Francisca from there. Let's move 1 archer down. Can't recruit an archer from here. Might be good to have like 2 heavy sword hairband just to be able to sap. And all that. So maybe we do that. Yeah. So there we go. 2 units of archers. Recruit another unit of archer there. We'll have 3 archers. 6 hairband. 2 heavy sword hairband. And then 4 paladins. Like 4 spears. Something like that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that'll be another army training up there. That will push into Saxones. This will increase the public order as well. Economy's going good. Military's going good. Samarobriva we took back. We were able to take Avaricum. Should we start training up a navy? I have no navy at the momento. Let's train up a navy. Why not? We'll need one anyway. Yeah. Should we send back our paladins to retrain? I feel like that would actually be a better idea. Let's send our paladins back to retrain. Can I even hire them here? I can't even hire them there. Oh no. That's fine. Maybe I can retrain them at Mediolanum. Mediolanium, that's what it's called. Nice. Well, guys, look at it. We're about to head into Rome, brother. We got our army here, about to head into Mediolanium, Ravenna, Rome. Got our other army here coming down to take Bertigala. Arles, Massilia, and then he'll probably be pushing down into Spain. Yes, progress. Then, of course, we got our third army here training up. Probably will
General,
use the army under this guy, one of these guys. Yeah, we got this little Roman army we'll need to take care of. But guys, we're going to do that in the next part. This is going to be it. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Appreciate your support. Also, don't forget to go vote on all those polls. Go to the community page. If you're subscribed, vote on the polls. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, click on the video below for more campaign footage, or click on the playlist over here for Rome Total War of Ice. But until next time, love you guys. God bless.